Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has officially released, so let's talk about it. Hey friends, welcome back to the Disney Pastor. I'm your host Tim, and James Gunn's final Marvel movie has officially released in theaters, so we're going to talk about it in 6 minutes or less. Spoilers throughout the entire video. You've been warned. If you're still here, that is your issue and your issue alone. Sorry in advance, I guess. That's all I can say. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive in to the good, the average, and the bad of this movie.
Ooh, that's good.
There's a lot of good to go around in this movie, and one thing these movies are known for is, of course, their music. The music of this movie was done very, very well, and some of it was actually used in the trailers, and I'm pretty sure like 50% of the movie was music, and so that was pretty cool to see. I loved all of it. I thought it was done very, very well. Another thing that was done very, very well was Rocket's origin. I thought they did a very good job portraying what exactly happened to him. It is disturbing. It is brutal at times to look at. But man, do they execute it very, very well. James Gunn has stated in multiple interviews that Rocket is the secret protagonist of this movie, and that is very clear to see in this film. I loved it. One of the other things that was done very, very well was, one, the story and the script was very, very good. But within that was the balance of emotions. You had your classic Guardians humor moments, which were done very, very well. You had your moments that were just, you felt icky in your seat with Rocket's origin. That was done also well. And then, of course, you have your more somber moments, your emotional moments. And that was also done very, very well. All that created a really good story. James Gunn, well done. One of the other things I loved about this film is Drax got his strength back. In the last few Marvel films we've seen him in, Infinity War in particular, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, he felt kind of weak, but this one, he was not at all. And I was very, very grateful for that. And it was great to see Dave Bautista do excellent in his role once again, along with all the other Guardians. I mean, they all did very, very well. I was happy to see all these characters again. There's just something fun about hanging with the Guardians.
Something good, something bad, a bit of both.
Now, like I said, all the actors did an excellent job, but I think Gamora's character was a little weird in this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but she seemed very far off from where even the first Guardians movie was. Granted, I know it's a different Gamora. It's a Gamora who's with Thanos at the start of this. But if you remember, she did have a conscience in a sense of right from wrong. She knew what she wanted to accomplish. She wanted to leave Thanos even at the beginning of the first Guardians movie. And this did not feel like that same character. And that's okay, but it just felt a little odd given where we left her off in Avengers Endgame. Another thing is the High Evolutionary. In some ways, he felt kind of like your average Marvel villain, but at the same time, he had a different set of motivations, and his powers were pretty neat, although they kind of reminded me of T'Challa. That's besides the point. What is the point? It was a pretty cool character. The best Guardians villain, I think Ronan may edge it just a little bit, but at the same time, I think it's still a pretty solid villain inside the MCU, especially as of late. It's definitely one of the better ones. One of the other things I thought was a little odd was Adam Warlock. Will Poulter did a good job with this character based off the script that was written, but some parts felt a little weird, at least for me, with this character. Granted, they did say like they released him too early and he's still like a child. That's very evident, and if you just go based off that, it is very, very clear. I think strength-wise, probably could have been a little stronger, but honestly, it was cool to see Adam Warlock, and I thought Will Poulter did a solid job with this character, and I'm excited to see him in more stuff in the future.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Last but certainly not least, moving on to the bad. I don't really have any big complaints with this movie. I thought they did a really solid job. There is one thing though I wish that was done a little different, and that was hanging on to the emotional parts. So as we know, everybody's been talking it up that this is a emotional movie. And it is. But when it comes to the more sad parts of the story, I felt like it probably could have lingered just a little bit longer. Honestly, I really thought based off how everyone was talking, a character was going to die. The fact that none of them did, I'm okay with, because I don't know if any of us were emotionally prepared for it. But at the same time, I still think one or two could have been okay. Overall, this is a enjoyable movie that I really had a lot of fun with. Compared to the rest of the MCU post Endgame, this is a really strong piece. In my personal opinion, because I've shuffled a few movies around, this is definitely best after Spider-Man No Way Home. I give it a solid B tier.
Another happy landing.
It's definitely one of the higher ones on the B tier. Yes, another happy landing indeed. Let me know in the comments down below. What is your thoughts on this movie? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. Helps me know what type of content you like. And of course, if you're new to the channel, hey, we're so glad you're here. Be sure to subscribe down below and hit the bell to be notified for more videos just like this one. And I will see you all in the next video. Have a great day. Goodbye.